Good afternoon, everyone. Mindset. How does your mindset, you out there, how does your mindset affect you in your health, in your business, in your relationships? My name's Shez Hanif. It's an honor and a privilege to be here again, once again, reaching out to you all, serving you. We have an action-packed session for you today on our weekly Facebook Live. As I mentioned at the beginning, we're talking about mindset today and the effect it has on us in all the different aspects of our life. I'm your host. I'm the founder, head coach at Guidance Coaching. We specialize in helping men rescue their marital relationships. So if there's any men out there struggling in the relationship, I'm your man. Call me. Anyway, I want to introduce our wonderful panelists today. We've got our resident panelists, as well as a special guest, a very special guest actually. So if I can start by introducing Chris. Chris Whalley is the founder of Decisive Coaching. He's also my mentor. He's helped people all around the world, all around the globe, for people in Dubai, in his local area in Kent in Whitstable, where he resides with his family. And Chris is a life coach, but he specializes in mental health. Hence the topic today is mindset and the effect that has on us in our daily lives. So Chris will be talking about mindset and how we can really, kind of help to be more productive in the decisions that we make by adopting a more positive mindset. As well as Chris, we've got our resident panelists. We have the wonderful Nomsa Clara, who is our relationship harmonist, and she specializes in bringing people together, helping people find and cultivate those wonderful relationships. She has her own matchmaking agency as well. And we also have the wonderful Tarini. Tarini is a well-known property developer. She has her own clients as well. She's also a mentor to many people. She's a business coach. So we've got people here who can really add value and have expertise in multiple different areas here. So if I can start by just saying hi to everyone. How you all doing, guys? How's everyone?
Yeah, very well. Thanks for inviting me. That's great. Nice to be here, finally.
Pleasure, Chris. Nomsa, how are you? You okay?
Hi. I miss you so much. Thank you for being the host today. I've been doing
well. I've had a bit of an extended Christmas break, haven't I? So it's nice to be back.
I know your daughter hasn't been well, has it? Is she? So,
yeah, there's been a few things going on, but new year, new me. So
excellent. Nice to have you back.
Thank you, Taryn. How are you today? You okay?
I'm good, excellent. I'm very look forward for our session today.
Excellent, great stuff. Without further ado, let's make a start then. So, Chris, if I can start with yourself, and just ask you, like, what role does mindset play in relation to our health, in relation to our physical well-being?
Okay, so mindset. I think it's really important for people because we all hear that word bound around, don't we? Mindset. It's everywhere, isn't it? In social media now, in self-help books. But of course, I think people are kind of swept along with this whole positive thinking thing. And I'll start right from the start. I'm not really one for positive thinking. Okay, but mindset. What is mindset? It's the fundamentals of all of this personal development world, isn't it? Is thinking different. Hopefully, you're going to get some better results in your life. But I think not enough people get to understand what is our mindset. And I like to refer to it as like our software or our operating system. And of course, where does our operating system come from? It comes from all of our beliefs and our values. Everything's happened, we've experienced, our environments that we've grown up in, all of the things that we believe to be true about ourselves and the world around us, our values that we develop through all of the significant times and moments that helps to create our beliefs and our values. And of course, we have our rules. What is it that needs to happen in our lives to meet those needs, to tick those boxes, to have us feel happy, loved, successful, significant, excited. So that's really what creates our mindset. That's what creates our operating system. is everything that we've experienced, what we believe about those experiences, the meaning that we've attached to those experiences. How does it affect our health? No different really than how it affects like our wealth or our relationships. It's the number one place that I go to when I'm working with a client, regardless of the dis-ease, the symptoms that they have. It really is all about our beliefs.
Yeah.
We can't challenge and change our beliefs of what we believe to be true about our symptoms, and where is it that we can go to? What are the options that are available to us? What is the disease itself in the first place? If we're locked down by these beliefs of what we believe to be true about this disease, these symptoms, then of course we tend to stay stuck with going in the same direction, taking the same approaches, using the same strategies. And that seems to be where the majority are, I wouldn't say they're going wrong, it's less productive direction to go, it seems. Going by the experience that we see with the results that our current system's getting, is what I mean. So I'm all up for the system that we have. I mean, if you go and break your leg or have an accident in a car or something, don't come and see me, okay? But when it comes to the more progressive kind of chronic disease and symptoms of illness, I think our mindset around disease itself is very challenging. It's very negative. It's very disempowering. Really comes from a reductionistic philosophy. But I'm not going to hog the whole limelight on this chat because I know that it's not very long. So I'm going to get straight to the point. Is meta health derives from the understanding of German New Medicine. So that's the origins of meta health. Meta health is more of an updated version of German New Medicine. Now, the basic philosophy is that all of the symptoms that we experience, the symptoms that we see, we feel, ranging from skin outbreaks to lumps and bumps, to tumors, to inflammation, to aches and pains, they are all actually a positive phenomena. Okay. Now, this is a very challenging thing for the majority to accept because we have been conditioned, our mindset has been conditioned to believe that it's a very reductionistic, it's a negative phenomenon, it's something breaking down, it's something going wrong, and it's outside of our control to be able to correct it ourselves. Okay. But if we was to change our mindset, as in our beliefs of what we believe to be true about our symptoms, of what we experience, then it's the mindset changes. It goes from not being in control of this to having an option, to having an alternative direction, strategy, approach to correcting it. You see, if we are told, and most of us are, all cultures all around the world, is that we are told that disease is something negative that's going wrong, it's breaking down and it's outside of our control, and there are only certain places and people that we can go to have them correct for us. So we have lost touch with the true essence of our ability to heal ourselves. Okay.
Yeah.
Lumps, bumps, tumors. We can go into lots of examples that are quite mind-opening. I mean, it was like crazy, some of the stuff when I first started hearing about this. For example, what can be a tumor? What can be a lump? What can be cancer? When you hear a different perspective around what it actually may be, it's quite empowering. And the people that tend to take on these slightly out of the ordinary approaches and they commit and they go forwards with not quite so much fear, with a sense of empowerment and certainty, is it really coincidence that the majority of those people, they overcome them without any invasive, destructive means of medicine? Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure. I think what you're saying there really resonates with me personally, I'm sure with the audience, with our wider audience as well. I think it's about, like you said, it's about realizing that we do have a choice in terms of how we interpret situations. And I know you said earlier that if someone has a broken leg, they shouldn't come to you. But I think it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, even if let's just take something really basic like that, someone with a broken leg, now they've got a choice in how they interpret that situation that they're in, haven't they? I mean, in essence, they could say, look, I've got a broken leg, right? And I can't do anything now for the next 3-4 months. Life has just come to a complete standstill for me. I'm depressed. And on the flip side of that, they could say, yeah, you know, they can basically choose a more empowering stance. Would you agree?
Totally, yeah, for sure. I mean, what got me into coaching in the first place was understanding my own family dynamics. And it was crazy, no different from most people's really, is that it was very dysfunctional, lack of love and arguments and, you know, that kind of stuff. And I wanted to understand it. And I was just experiencing, like anyone else, all different types of symptoms and diseases that I went through. I was told by my doctor, like when I was in my early 20s, that I had an irreversible degenerative spinal condition, just like your father, Chris. And I kind of believed it for a while. And of course, it turned out to not actually be true. And these things happened throughout my life, is that I was diagnosed with different things, but I chose to see it as maybe there's something else going on. Anyway, throughout my coaching the last 10 years and all of the common threads and the commonalities that I've seen with, for example, I was doing a lot of coaching with ladies with fibromyalgia. Well, I didn't start off coaching ladies with fibromyalgia. I started coaching them because they was having issues and problems with their relationships, their family dynamics and their lack of self-esteem, lack of worth. They tend to be empathic people and the pleasers. And then I started noticing that, seems all these ladies that are coming with these issues, they just so happen to have diagnosis like fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome and etc. You see, so I started creating these links and that's where I found Meta Health. And I thought, maybe disease then is some form of result of a lack of fulfillment, a lack of good, stable relationships, a lack of having something to look forward to, having some fun and excitement in your life, having more love and being able to express yourself. And it seems that the people that are suffering more with the symptoms of disease, they have less of all of what I've just described.